Kaspa and Solana price forecast. Will Kaspa explode or will it be Solana? The altcoin Duel 2025. What if I told you that one of these two altcoins could do a 50x, while the other would just leave you stuck in the same place? In this video, I'll show you exactly which coin could skyrocket in 2025, and which one will just waste your precious time. If you love crypto but can't be bothered with speculation without a plan, then this duel is just right for you. Welcome to 10x by Marius, your channel for honest, data-driven altcoin analysis. Today, we're taking a look at the epic duel between Kaspa and Solana. Who has the better risk-reward ratio? Who is genuinely undervalued? And who is actually ahead in terms of technology? Let's start with an explanation. What is Kaspa? Kaspa is a layer 1 project with block-DAG technology, so it's not a traditional blockchain. What's special about it? Instead of processing one block every few seconds, Kaspa processes 10 blocks per second, soon even 100, without compromising on security. This makes Kaspa extremely scalable, of course, and ideal for fast payments, for example oracles, gaming, DPIN. You can build all of that on Kaspa, and the token distribution is extremely fair, thanks to mining and without any major investors at the start. So, what is Solana? Solana is the best known and fastest smart contracts platform, with over 65,000 transactions per second. Solana is extremely energy efficient thanks to, for example, proof of history and proof of stake. Solana has an extremely large ecosystem, DeFi, NFTs, gaming, all on Solana. But with Solana, there are major investors on board. That can be an advantage, but also a disadvantage. In addition, Solana is already in the top 10 in terms of market capitalization. So, has the train already left the station for Solana, or is there still massive upside potential? I'll show you in a moment why Kaspa is more than just hype from a technical perspective. And now the question arises, is this even a duel on equal footing? We're about to find out. So grab yourself a coffee, leave a like for me, and then let's go. But a quick disclaimer, my channel is not financial advice, it's purely for informational purposes. The stage is set. Time for the first exchange of blows. Kaspa versus Solana. Kaspa currently has a market capitalization of around 2 billion. Solana, 77 billion. A giant. What about the fully diluted market capitalization? Kaspa is at around 2.37 billion. Quite lean. Solana, 89 billion. What a colossus. But just take a look at this. Kaspa already has over 91% of its tokens in circulation. A fair model, decentralized through mining. Solana, on the other hand, uses proof of stake, but with decentralized origins. Conclusion, Kaspa is small, but honest. Solana is big and already quite mature. So the first point goes to Kaspa. By the way, you can get many altcoins like Kaspa on my favorite crypto exchange. You can't always get every altcoin on every exchange, which is why I recommend my crypto exchange to you. If you sign up using my link, you'll also get a bonus, and I always advise you to register early so you're ready in case things really take off. Now it gets technical. Kaspa is like a rock. Fixed supply, dwindling emissions, no staking, only mining. Solana is much more flexible, inflationary, around 5 to 10% per year. In return, about 5.43% staking per year. What about energy consumption? Kaspa consumes a lot, it's proof of work, but for the technology, it's still energy efficient. Solana is green, clean, and significantly more energy efficient. One is a raw diamond, but with major limitations. The other is a well-oiled investment machine with passive income. Conclusion, Solana wins here. Sustainable, predictable, time to lift the bonnet. Let's move on to the technology. Kaspa, a rocket under construction. Block-DAG technology, 10 blocks per second, maybe even 100. Solana, the Formula 1 of blockchain. Over 65,000 transactions per second with a huge DeFi ecosystem and strong infrastructure, but also meme coins. What about the developers? With Kaspa, very active and motivated, but a small circle. Solana, an army of developers. Regular updates, well-funded, high stakes. Imagine you want to build a network. What do you want? The established harbor or the bold startup with game-changing technology? Conclusion here, Solana is still ahead in terms of application, speed, and use case. But Kaspa, that's the Tesla of 2012. Still under the radar for many, but with massively good technology. By the way, if you want more of these duels or in-depth altcoin analyses, I recommend my playlist The 10x Universe. And for next weekend, I've found 2 altcoins that are extremely exciting. All I can say is, when the altcoin season really kicks off, you'll want to know about these 2 altcoins. So subscribe to my channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss any insights. Now let's move on to the community of both, because a project is only as strong as its community, followers. Here, Kaspa is clearly the underdog. It's growing like mad. 20% in the last 3 months. Solana is already gigantic, but its growth is only 18.6%. What about the wallets? Solana obviously dominates here. Makes sense, more users, more dApps. But be careful, the early distribution also means Solana has bigger whales. Kaspa is mining based, more balanced, more decentralized. Conclusion: Solana is a movement, but Kaspa is on the rise. Both are winning, but in different ways. And by the way, are you more Team Solana or Team Kaspa? Let me know in the comments. #Kaspa. And now, let's move on to the vision. Roadmap. Kaspa is clearly structured, scalable, with an integrated layer 2 solution. Solana is more about evolution than revolution. Narrative. Kaspa is decentralized and innovative. Solana wants to be the foundation for Web3. Media presence. Solana is everywhere. Kaspa still under the radar. Investors. Solana has big players. Kaspa doesn't, but that's actually a positive point, because it means they can't be controlled. They are decentralized. Conclusion: Solana is Wall Street compatible and a success story. Kaspa is the rebellious outsider with true decentralization. The decision between Kaspa and Solana is not a matter of right or wrong. And then, who are you as an investor? Do you want high risk and, in return, a high reward? Then Kaspa is the right choice for you. Do you want stability, staking, and a large ecosystem? Then Solana is for you. Now let's be clear, Kaspa has more upside potential. Kaspa is a stronger asymmetric bet. You have more fundamental security with Solana. Let's move on to the price scenarios now. By the way, do you want to know if I hold Kaspa or Solana in my portfolio? Then take a look at the 10x Elite. There you get insight into my personal portfolio and full access to my 10x ranking list, where I have all the altcoins I've ever analyzed, with their score in percent and ranking. You can find all the information in the pinned comment and in the video description. You have Kaspa today. Imagine you're sitting in your living room. You bought Kaspa for a few cents. You believe in the technology, in the network, and in the BlockDAG technology. Now let's fast forward. The entire crypto market has increased 5-fold. Large corporations rely on Kaspa, and suddenly Kaspa has a massively high market share. And what happens? Kaspa explodes. It went up to as much as $3 to $4, and investment skyrockets. Realistic. But if you bet on Solana, let's turn the perspective around a bit. Imagine you're a bit more conservative. You don't want to gamble, you want substance. You invest in Solana, the giant, the backbone of Web3. The market is growing and, above all, institutional investors are increasingly entering the market. NFTs, gaming, financial apps, everything runs on Solana. Now Solana's market share is rising massively, and the price? It could climb to $500 or even $1,000. That's solid, sustainable, and still impressive. But it's not a moonshot like with Kaspa. Now the question is, what do you want? The wonder boy called Kaspa, who no one has on their radar, but who could make history? Or the veteran, who won't keep you up at night? Both are interesting paths. Both coins have their place in the crypto universe, but only you can make your own decision. By the way, do you now want the complete analysis of both, with various price scenarios? Not just one price, but different price scenarios and the full analysis? Then I'll link you to both videos here now. Enjoy the 2 videos, and see you in a moment.